let's not act like Kaidon Salter wasn't highly recruited in high school out of Cedar Hill, Texas. 4-star recruit, number 7 quarterback in the country, number 6 player in Texas. Let me say that again. The number 6 player in one of the biggest pipelines, if not the biggest pipeline of football, number 6 player in the country in Texas. 48th best player in the country at the time of 2021. Then he committed to Tennessee. Took a back seat, went to Liberty, stayed there, entered the transfer portal last year, still decided to stay with this team and not give up on his team for them to have a crappy season. Then goes to Colorado. This guy's 6'1", 200 pounds. We get it. He's a smaller guy. We've seen this guy throw 30-plus touchdowns a year. Almost 4,000 yards. Did it on the ground. 12 touchdowns on the ground in 2023. And what's crazy about it is he's 21. And this is going to be his prime year playing for a premier program where he's going to get the most eyes on him outside of when he was at Tennessee, where he didn't even get a chance. Now, here's my thing. I look at this whole Shedeur Sanders thing. This is where I got to thinking. Shedeur Sanders got handed everything he wanted, followed daddy everywhere he wanted to go, this, that, and the third. I get it. I understand. We might not like it, but that's the reality of the situation. Now you see highest completion percentage ever in college football and a college football career. That's great. But when Bo Nix was throwing checkdowns for Oregon, everybody had everything to say about that, but not when Shedeur throws a check down, right? Where most of his, unfortunately, throws across the middle within 5 yards are known as checkdowns, guys. Like, let's be real about this. If a guy's sitting on a 5-yard hitch, that's considered a check down, guys. Let's be real about this. It's all the same thing. But to the people that are not keen to football like they say that they are, or fail to realize these things. Now, this is where I'm going to defend Kaidon, because I'm absolutely losing my mind. I'm not projecting that he's going to be better at Colorado than Shedeur is, but I kind of am at the same time. I think that this is the best quarterback that Colorado is going to see since Kordell Stewart. I'm throwing it out there. This is the best quarterback that's going to be at Colorado since Kordell Stewart. And it's almost the epitome of what Kordell Stewart was at Colorado, because he can do it on the ground as well. Shedeur was not doing that. So when you talk about the 15th highest time to throw in the country last year, throw this stupid narrative about that he didn't have an offensive line at Colorado. That was Shedeur, number 15 in the country, the 15th highest time to throw. What do you think Kaidon Salter is going to do because he has a scrambling ability? He's going to be able to make more plays. Now, if Kaidon goes out there and has better stats than Shedeur, collectively, because you got to count the ones on the ground too. We're not going to do this thing where we're going to pick and choose. Yeah. You're going to give him his full body of work. If he goes out there and he puts his team on his back, has better stats than Shedeur, they have a better record. They win the Big 12. If his accomplishments are more than what Shedeur was, he better be a first-round pick on everybody's board. I'm just letting you know right now, or I'm going to be pissed. Yeah. And I don't want this comparison of, Shedeur. No. Shedeur had a 4-win season. Kaidon ain't never seen that in his career. Kaidon ain't never had a record like that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to, and I hope Coach Brown supports him, which I don't think as soon as Shedeur gets drafted, my inclination is that he's going to leave the program, but that's neither here nor there. But if Coach Brown decides to still stay at that school and Kaidon puts that team on the back, on his back, and gets him to a Big 12 championship eventually, I don't want to hear it. He better be a first-round pick. I'm telling you, I'm going to lose my mind. Because keep the same energy. Why are we projecting one dude that doesn't have the accomplishments of another guy that's coming in there and proving himself? I would think this would be incredibly stupid of Coach Prime not to give Kaidon his flowers if he does that. I think it would be incredibly stupid for everybody that's been supporting Colorado. You better support this young man like you did Deion and his son. Because this dude has done nothing but done everything right in his career. I'm going to be freaking pissed if that doesn't happen. I want to see the rappers there. I want to see all the pageantry that Shedeur and his brother got and Travis got. I want to see the same thing for Kaidon when he's winning and on top. I want to see Coach Prime in those interviews talking about, I treat this guy like a son. I got my arm wrapped around him, and we're about to do big things. That we shouldn't pull this nepotism, favoritism, none of this stuff. Winning cures all. And I think Colorado's about to see the best winning season that they've had since Cordell Stewart was there.
Don't let them win the Big 12.
And don't let them win the Big 12. I feel the same way about Kaidon Salter having success with Colorado. The same way I feel about John Mateer having success with Oklahoma. So that's my rant, but I'm just saying, if they don't give this young man his support and project him in the first round like they did Shedeur, I think everybody that's a Colorado supporter, everybody that's got Shedeur projected in the first round, I think all those people in the media, they'll be hypocrites, bro. And I want this rant to play throughout the year.
Put it on the Jumbotron.
When this dude is winning games without Travis Hunter, without LaJohntay Wester, without, what's that kid's name? N'Keal Harris that transferred out to Alabama. Now he's gone.
Yeah.
I want to see him do it with Jordan Seaton as his left tackle in his second year. I want to see all this stuff. I want to see Pat Shermer drop the designs that he was doing for Shedeur to have success as well. I don't want this favoritism stuff. I want them to go and build this team around Kaidon next year, just like they did Shedeur. And if they don't, I think it's incredibly stupid. And you're costing yourself either the best season that Colorado's going to have or the worst season that they're going to have. I think it could go either way.
It's also just like coaching malpractice if you're not setting up your quarterback for success, or really any players on your team up for success, right? So if you fail to give Kaidon Salter the support system in terms of his weapons and whatnot that Shedeur had, right? I mean, you're letting down not just your quarterback, but you're letting down the person, Kaidon Salter, who put his trust in you, who committed to this program, because of whatever was promised to him. So yeah. I think that, not to make this like too personal, because again, I don't know these players personally, but it would be a shame if when all is said and done in 2025, you can look back and be like, man, it seems like the staff tried more when Shedeur was in town. If that's even a conversation, that's just a really bad look, in my opinion, on that program and staff.
Yeah. Kaidon Salter should get the autobiography on his life, just like Shedeur did these last couple of years. I'm being dead serious.
Is Salter also going to drop a rap song?
I hope not. I don't think so. Kaidon is he's a pretty quiet guy for the most part, from what I've seen. He's not all about the glamorous lifestyle. He might have a big chain around his neck, but I don't think that's just NIL. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think it's definitely going to be a culture shock for Colorado, going for a guy that was so flamboyant to a guy that's humble. And I just hope and pray that they don't turn Kaidon into that where I think that I'm better than well, not saying I think I'm better than everybody else, but like I improved here, I improved this team, I improved that team. What makes you think I want to improve an NFL team? Ha ha. I don't think Kaidon's coming in there and doing that. I think Kaidon has followed the path in his career of like, look, dude, Shedeur, unfortunately, we played in the same state, and I went to Tennessee.
What if like in the NFL they become they go to like the same division as well.
I hope Kaidon smashes them every single time that they play.
That would be hilarious, bro.
Dana said, I'm shocked that any of these quarterbacks are going round one. Positional value is wild. It's out of desperation right now. Did they get rid of Pat Shermer? No, he's still there.
Not Shermer still.
I mean, that's my rant. I just believe that this dude is being so disrespected, and it just
it literally. I saw it in the Asana, and I was like, huh. That'll be fun.
Alluded to this.
It was literally like, that's a name I haven't heard in. It's a name I haven't heard in eons.
Well, we talked about it last Thursday, and like our surprising quarterback, our projected best transfer quarterbacks, but
yeah.
And I alluded to this, but I just wanted to add more to it because I felt like it's important, man. Like I think 2025 is about to be the year of the hypocrite. How many people are going to actually fall off being Colorado supporters?
Yeah.
And are they going to be there for Kaidon like they were for Shedeur?
Dion leaves like immediately after his son gets drafted.
Oh, I'm calling people out by name. I'm calling them out by name if they don't support this dude, and he's putting them crazy stats. Because I'm telling you right now, and here's another thing before we end this off. Kaidon Salter, if he puts Colorado on his back and he has crazy stats, is a Heisman dark horse.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, just is what it is.
Agreed. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, bro. Don't let this dude pop off, dog. And you already and what makes it even funnier is you got Juju Lewis sitting there in their wings, thinking that he's like the next crowned like wide receiver or next crowned quarterback that is going to be picking up the mantle. Yeah, and Caden's like, bro, you thought, because there's videos out on Kaidon already working out with everybody. Like as soon as he got there's been videos released of him just like getting his work in. And Deion's brother is like, Shedeur's brother is trying to get him to talk, and he's just like, he's total opposite of Cam and Shedeur, man.
He said nope.
It's like, what if him and Kyron Drones start doing videos together? They ain't gonna be no talking. It's just gonna be them working out. I ain't got nothing to say, bro.
Well, about the subtle, that one was good.
Yeah. Ain't all that talking. I think Prime will be a better head coach now that his kids are going. Honestly, that's
possible. Who knows?
To be honest, this is a make or break year for him as a head coach, regardless of the records. And why I say that is because Shedeur is gone, Travis is gone, and that's already the biggest blow that you can have. Those two not being on your team anymore, one of them being your kid and one of them being your pretty much adopted child that won the Heisman. Can you elevate? That's what I'm saying. Can he elevate Kaidon as much as he elevated those two? Because that's important. You've already told them that this is a son and father like environment with all of my players. And if Kaidon doesn't get that same treatment, because that's why these players are going to Colorado, right? Am I right or am I wrong? They go in there because they think they're about to get the best coaching, and that they're going to get coached hard, and that they're going to feel like a family, and that they're going to get every single juice squeezed out of the lemon. Caden's probably the same way. Like, Hugh left me, man, and I stayed. Hugh left, and I stayed.
He did.
Now I'm coming to you because I'm trying to find what I had in Hugh. And you promised everybody this,
Rhymes.
man. So keep up with your promise. When you said you was bringing you a Louis, I am the Louis bag.
Well, I'm Louis. I'm changing my name to Louis.
Yeah, I am Louis Salter.
Louis Salter here to stay, boys.
All right, let's move on to the last thing. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest, man, because Caden's my boy. He's been disrespected for a long time. And if you don't know,
too long.
now you know.